Can a democracy and a monarchy coexist?
No.
But that begs the question, how does the UK do it? How is it that one of the most well-known first world countries in the world is able to juggle the most polar opposite political systems so effortlessly? I mean, there must be a trick to it, right? Well, there is. And I'm going to break it down for you. It all starts with the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215, which basically laid down the foundation of the modern parliament. According to the conditions of the Magna Carta, the king was obligated to consult his advisors before making any major state decisions. This came about as a result of political pressure from the king's advisors who believed that they should have a say in how the state operates. Now, contrary to what you might assume, the Magna Carta wasn't enforced immediately, and as a matter of fact, it took a few centuries before it could be enforced properly, and before the idea that the king can be regulated was fully seeped into British society. But it did pave the way for democracy within the UK because according to the terms of the Magna Carta, the autocracy was restricted to consulting a certain group. Now, of course, this was by no means revolutionary. I mean, it was not even democratic, but it was a start. It was a start of restricting the king, restricting the autocracy to something at least. And of course, as the years went by, the House of Lords was formally formed, and it consisted of hereditary peers and life peers and so on and so forth. But we're not going to get into those details. And slowly the House of Commons was also formulated. Again, not going into detail on those topics. But here's where it gets interesting. Slowly, as these systems came about, the king's role within UK politics and the UK political system slowly diminished. Now, of course, the king or queen is still there. They still have a role within the UK, but now it is very restricted. And two main acts made that possible. The first is the Parliamentary Act 1911, and the second is the Parliamentary Act 1949. These acts restricted the monarch's legislative powers by implementing parliamentary supremacy. It meant that any bill from Parliament could only be rejected by the monarch once. If that bill went through all of the processes of Parliament, all of the stages, the whole ping-pong motion between the two houses, and then came to the monarch again, they had to approve of it. So I have oversimplified this topic because of the length of this video, and there are key debates that I have glanced over, such as whether the House of Lords should even exist because it isn't really democratic. But as I said, I did not really have time to get into those debates, but if you do have an opinion on them, let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, and like the video.